Mr. Take it easy. Playing the life easy. But make sure y'all follow my Instagram and Twitch in the description down below. Everything you need to know about your boy Jay is in the description down below. Now, I do not know, right? I don't know what the freak is going on right now. You know what I mean? The last time I've looked at this jamorant incident, bro, I guess, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I guess, you feel me? They're investigating him again by doing some gun gestures, bro. I just don't know. See, that's what I be saying. Like, it's like the man ain't harming nobody, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not finna jump up. Like, bro, I'm talking about, but y'all acting like this man done just, you know what I mean? Acting like this man done killed people. Bro just doing up a gun gesture, bro. Bro just, you know what I'm saying? And everybody going crazy about it, bro. I don't be understanding, bro. Like, my man ain't showing no gun no more. Like, dang, bro. Like, now they just trying to freaking control the nigga now. You feel me? This a grown man, man. This man can do what the freak he want. He ain't on here showing guns no more. The man ain't doing nothing, bro. The man doing a gesture, bro. You know what I mean? The man doing a gesture and everybody freaking freaking out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? I don't get it. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. I don't get it. Everybody freaking out about this, bro. It's not that serious, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real. It's not that serious. It's just a gesture, bro. You know what I mean? That's what I say. Everybody does it. I've seen niggas do that. Like, I've seen niggas do, like, you know what I'm saying? I've seen Dennis Schroeder. Nigga, Dennis Schroeder, literally. But when jamorant do it, oh, it's a problem. Yep, we can't have that. No, we can't have that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get the NBA sometimes, bro. The NBA be trying to control too much. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Yeah, bro, you paying them millions of dollars, bro, but at the end of the day, what is the NBA without the players, bro? Honestly. You know what I mean? Like, you're nothing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it real with you, so, you know, and without the people, you're nothing as well. You know what I mean? You're not a government-funded sport, bro. The government does not fund the NBA. You know what I'm saying? You know, the people is the reason why these players can get paid as well as they do. So all I'm saying is, bro, stop freaking out. But this junk is not that serious, bro. Just a gesture, bro. It's not that serious.
First thing people thought when the Memphis Grizzlies fired their coach was, oh,
hey,
John.
But I told y'all, everything is serious now. You know what I mean? So now you got people talking crazy about jamorant. So now everybody finna talk crazy about jamorant, acting like this man that blew up the World Trade Center or something, acting like this man that murdered like 50 people.
Something to do with this. Teams don't fire coach without input from the biggest star, so what happened? Well, this guy, Taylor Jenkins, was the winningest coach in franchise history. They were a 4 seed with 9 games in the playoffs. That never happens. Okay, the Hawks did it twice, 81 and 76, but they were nowhere near the playoffs. And if you expand it to more than 9 games left, 2 other playoff teams have done it the last 15 years.
Y'all understand, why did they freaking fire their coach? Like, the NBA, that weird, bro, with that firing jump, bro. I don't understand that, bro. Like, bro, literally positive. You know what I mean? Like, like, what the heck? That was the most, like, weird firing out of all the firings. I'm like, nigga was literally positive. I like, niggas finna probably make it to the playoffs by the end of the season. So you firing him, that was just weird. I'm like, what the freak, nigga? Even when it came to dang, Mike Brown, just don't understand. I don't get it. Nigga just signed an extension. Now you firing a nigga?
The Nets with KD
NBA be all across the world, bro.
Picked their next head coach. So what happened in Memphis? Well, we are finally getting some answers. So 2 years ago, the Grizz were coming off yet another 2 seed with high expectations, but the Lakers smacked them in the first round.
Smacked them.
Big problem?
Smacked them.
Half-court offense. When Memphis had fewer transition plays, their offense got bogged down. So the front office fired most of Jenkins' staff and hired a new Euro named Tomasi Salo and a guy named Noah LaRoche from the Spurs who installed a crazy new offense. Thinking basketball shows how most NBA teams look like this, right? I mean, they use screens to create an advantage. In the 80s and 90s, it was all about the post-up, where a big man would play near the basket. But watch the 2025 Grizz. Do you notice anything? There are no screens. It's like 5 dudes playing isolation basketball.
Straight
which
up,
is
bro.
crazy.
Like it's
And
crazy.
At first,
I be trying to tell Keon that junk, bro. You know what I mean? Honestly, you know what I mean? I be trying to tell Keon that junk, bro. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to everybody standing around, bro, screens are needed. You know what I mean? Screens, bro. Niggas need screens. Screens just automatically, you know what I mean, give you the advantage. You know what I'm saying? Makes the team think. But if you got everybody in isolation, nobody got to think, bro. You know what I'm saying?
5 dudes playing
Everybody
isolation.
can't ISO either. You know what I mean? There's only a few guards that can do that. Kyrie, James Harden, SGA.
Basketball, which is
I
crazy.
don't even think Luka could ISO.
And at first, the Grizz had a top 5 offense and defense, hallmark of a contender. But something weird happened. That top 5 defense has been 20th over the last 40 games. The offense is fine, but Morant hates it. He thrives on driving to the rim off of a screen. I mean, they drafted 7'4" Zach Edey to be a pick and roll partner with Ja. What pick and roll? Instead, Ja's turning the ball over trying to post up Edey for the most turnovers of Ja's career. And on defense, Edey is to blame for some of this breakdown. Like against the Knicks, the game plan was clearly to attack and put Edey in pick and roll as much as possible. I mean, he's been good as a rookie, but struggles to guard elite point guards in pick and roll, lacks the foot speed to meet the ball at the level of the screen, and overcommits to the ball to give up dimes to the roller. But for Ja on offense, his numbers are down across the board.
Ja ain't doing good this year. I mean,
in 2022.
I mean, like I say, he doing like, you know what I'm saying? Like he doing his thing though, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, you feel me? I'm gonna keep it real. Whatever your nigga name is, D, bro, stop talking to me, gang. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Stop trying to get my attention, bro. I'm gonna ban you, bro. I think I already banned you before. I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? But hey, bro. Hey, my man. You know what I mean? Stop talking to me, bro.
On offense, his numbers are down across the board. He was
ain't gonna say that
All-NBA in
again,
2022, got MVP votes that year in 2023, but now dude is playing below all-star level, which is crazy for the future face of the league. Yes, injuries have something to do with that, but so does this offense. An anonymous Grizzly source said, some days he's look like he's ready to play, and some days he looks like he doesn't want to be there because he hates the offense. So did Ja
come to the Lakers
demand they fire his head coach? Well, GM Zach Kleiman says, no.
Heck no. You know what I mean? Nigga, Ja Morant ain't got that type of stain, nigga. I mean, Ja Morant can't do that, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, fire, man. He probably, you know what I mean? Shoot. Nigga probably, you know, threatened to leave. You know what I mean? But I don't think Ja Morant got that type of pull. Y'all think Ja Morant got that type of pull? You know what I mean? Y'all think that, bro? You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I don't think he got that type of pull. You know what I mean? I say LeBron got that type of pull. Curry got that type of pull. Them type of high caliber players got that type of pull. Ja Morant, you ain't do nothing for to have that type of pull.
He made the decision all by himself without Ja. But that's what he would say so that Ja doesn't have to face heat from the media. But another Grizzly source said Ja was shocked and said out loud, oh shit, when he found out. Because apparently, Ja was surprised. He loves Taylor Jenkins. So why would they fire the coach, even though their best player loved him? Well, the breaking point happened 1 month ago. After this, there was no coming back. In 3 straight games, coaching burned the Grizz. Against New York, Jenkins set Ja up to fail by defending Jalen Brunson. It's a mismatch, so the Memphis defense breaks down, sending extra help, leading to a wide open.
I mean, it's hard to guard that flopper. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you. It's hard to guard that flopper. You know what I mean? Jalen Brunson, that's the hardest player in the league to guard. To me, that nigga's a flopper. Like, it's not even because he's just like, you know, he fine, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? But bro, just a flopper.
Breaks down.
It's hard to guard floppers.
Wide open OG Anunoby three to lose the game. And the very next night against the Spurs, Edey again in the game with under a minute to go. So you'd probably guess the Spurs put him in pick and roll against De'Aaron Fox, leading to a mismatch and 3 points. But the final play of the game was even more bizarre. Fox is looking to dribble out the clock to get the final shot, but look how Jenkins on the right side of the screen is motioning.
What? Did you really do that? What? No way. No way he really like told them to, no way. No way.
To get the final shot. But look how Jenkins on the right side of the screen is motioning for Pippen to come in to double the ball. What you do in the final seconds, not 10 seconds left. So De'Aaron's got time to get off the ball, get it back, and now he knows where the double is gonna come from. So De'Aaron can just explode to his strong left hand, get away from the help, and pull up for the win. And the next game against Atlanta, coaching fails again. Jaren Jackson and Ja were out, so offense was the problem. On the final 3 possessions, Memphis is gonna put Luke Kennard in pick and roll, so the Hawks switch and eat up that action. Then the ball gets kicked out to Vince Williams, who gets completely swallowed by the defense. Not good. But with the game tied and the offense clearly struggling to create, you call a timeout to draw something up. Look, there are 2 timeouts remaining. But instead, Jenkins lets Desmond Bane go ISO against Dyson Daniels, possibly
that nigga's a steel god,
which kills the game. That is 3 straight last-second losses. Hadn't happened since 2002 because of coaching. So despite their good start,
but casuals, you know what I mean? Like casuals, you know what I'm saying? You know, they don't understand when it comes to like having a bad coach. I'm not saying he's bad, you know what I mean? Because, you know, bro's been doing pretty good. You know what I mean? It's just the Grizzlies just started facing top teams and they just started losing. But, you know, I don't feel like it was something to fire him over. You know what I mean? 11-20 versus above 500 teams. That's what I've been saying. You know what I mean? They started playing good teams, bro. And when they play good teams, they just been trash. I ain't gonna to you. So, you know, but, you know, I don't know, bro. I wouldn't have fired him, you know, but you know, I feel like it was, if he was going to fire him, just do it in the offseason. Honestly, bro.
19 since the All-Star.
Now they're going to have to learn the whole new system and all that,
terrible man. Against good teams. I mean, if you've got a winning record, the Grizzlies don't stand a chance. Desmond Bane shoving his own teammates during timeouts. Every team in the West is praying to face the Grizzlies or the Rockets in the first round. The Rockets because they're a young team. The Grizz because they're not that good. So if they lose in the first round again,
the Grizz not even in the playoffs. They in the play-in.
With executives around trade deadline.
They in the play-in, bro. They 8th seed. You know what I mean? But, you know, like I said, a lot can change, bro, in these past 5 games.
Take at the time, but firing a head coach that Ja loved without even asking him about it is suspicious. Is it possible the Grizzlies do not even care if Ja is happy? I mean, their star is the closest thing to Derrick Rose in today's NBA. Both guys are athletic, burst to the rim, and slash
nothing
with
like
an amazing
D-Rose
finish. Neither
See, D-Rose won MVP, like, you know what I mean? D-Rose was... You know, like I said, in my opinion, I don't feel like D-Rose is a Hall of Famer. And a lot of people be like, what? We need to chill out with all the nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's chill out with that. He's not a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? He didn't have a Hall of Fame career. He had a heck of a prime, but his career, D-Rose's career, was trash. You know what I mean? Let's keep it real. The nigga won an MVP, you know what I'm saying? But bro is not a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? Sorry.
Eyes on the three-point shot to get their numbers, above average playmakers, but also...
But he's not like D-Rose, though. None like
Forget
D-Rose.
Ja's off-court drama. His availability is the real problem. After his second year in the league, Ja has missed at least a quarter of the season with injury or suspension. He kind of reminds you of Kawhi Leonard. Like, what is the ceiling of a Kawhi Leonard team these days? And Ja doesn't even have the championship pedigree of Kawhi. So maybe the Grizz are asking themselves, how far can we really go with this guy as our #1 player? I mean, they fired Taylor Jenkins and promote Tomasi Salo, the guy who installed this crazy offense that Ja hates. So they are doubling down on something that Ja cannot stand. Does that sound like a team that is excited about keeping him? No. Now, part of this was firing that Noah LaRoche assistant guy who loved the no-screen offense. But if you looked at their first game against the Lakers with Tomasi Salo as their head coach, there were some screens for Ja, but not a ton. It is still a red flag. I would not be shocked if Ja was on the trade block this offseason, especially if they lose in the first round again.
I love it.
And one team that could go after him is the Miami Heat. Does anyone actually think that that franchise is going to rebuild?
That's a good trade.
No, that would mean moving Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero. Miami always gets some big name star.
No, they don't. You know what I mean? Like, no, the freak they don't. Like, no, what the freak is you talking about? You know what I mean? What big name star did Miami get other than LeBron? I mean, if anything, they've lost out on multiple superstars. You know what I mean? So that's definitely false. You know what I mean? So they've always like tarnished themselves They messed up like when it came to Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard was supposed to go to Miami Heat. You know what I mean? But the freaking Heat, bro, messed up with that, bro. So he got sent to the Bucks. Even Damian Lillard wanted to go to the Heat. You know what I mean? Word on the street, Giannis, you know what I'm saying? They was going after Giannis. It's plenty of superstars that they messed up on, so I don't think so.
Well, we've got even more reason to believe that that's going to happen after a gigantic rumor just came out about how they plan to replace Jimmy Butler.
It's not hard to replace that little trash nigga, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, you know, he had 2 good runs. Other than that, it's not really hard to replace that nigga. That nigga ain't no freaking LeBron James, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, but, I mean, I don't know if, I don't feel like jamorant has that type of pull, bro. You know what I mean, to get a coach fired, honestly, you know what I mean? I just feel like, you know, they fired him because they wanted to fire him. You know what I mean? That's just in my opinion. You know what I mean? Just keeping it real. Let me go and see, man. There's a whole lot of videos, man, that we can do. You know what I mean? How